Hi there. Welcome once again, Talkin Fight fans. It's 4 o'clock. I'm with Mike Orr. That's right, Mike Orr at 4 for another episode of Knuckle Up. And let's see if Mike's got yet another knockout artist for us today. Do you?
Oh, I do. I do. This guy, you might know from a couple of years ago, actually. Talking about Charles Bad News Conwell. I don't know if you heard of him, but back on October 12th, 2019, he fought another boxer by the name of Patrick Day, who suffered a stroke, or sorry, not a stroke, suffered a seizure on his way to the hospital after being knocked out in the bout, and 4 days later died because of his injuries in the ring. In that fight, he was knocked down in the fourth round, eighth round, and again in the 10th. And the 10th was a very devastating knockdown, which knocked him out, which eventually led to the brain trauma that caused a seizure that caused his death. We're talking about this kid, Charles Conwell, who, killed this guy in the ring, really, and has bounced back great. Fought 3 fights after that. And this kid's a heavy-handed guy, man. He's only 100, between 147 and 154. He's 5'9". He's got a 70-inch reach. He's got a 78% KO percentage. He's 14-0 with 11 knockouts. His amateur record was 39-6 with 1 knockout. He's managed by David McWater, who has a lot of talent under his belt at this moment. He hasn't gone 12 rounds yet. His dream fight really is Canelo. That's who he'd like to step into the ring with. So this kid disappeared for 4 months after that death of Patrick Day. It was a really dark time for him. He didn't know if he wanted to come back to boxing at all. I'm glad he did because he's a very talented fighter. He fights. He fights to win, man. He's a bruiser, and he's very heavy-handed, and it just goes to show with his goes to show with his record. After coming back, he fought Agaton, and in the 4th round, the corner decided to stop it because Agaton was too hurt to come back out and compete. He then fought another guy, Toussaint. It was a 9th round KO, and then his last fight of last year was against Ashkeev, and it was another corner decision for the guy not to come out. So this guy is doing so much damage to these fighters that their corners are not letting them get back in the ring afterwards. And I don't know if it's because they're scared because of what has happened in the past and, him causing so much trauma for this guy to die later on. But, he's a very talented fighter. He's a knockout artist. I love him. I love watching this guy. I think we're going to see some huge things from him this year. He's signed to Golden, and he's managed, Golden and Lou DiBella are on his side. So they've got a lot of plans for him. This kid is an 11-time national champ, amateur national champ, 2015 USA Boxing Athlete of the Year. He's a 2015 National Golden Gloves champ. He's a 2-time USA Boxing National champ. He won the Amateur Athlete of the Year award at the 17th Annual Greater Cleveland Sports Awards, which earned him a spot on the Olympic boxing team after winning that America qualifier. He was eliminated from the Olympic tournament in the 1st round via a controversial decision. So, he's a highly decorated amateur boxer. And now that he's made his pro debut, he's just smashing people out, man. He's knocking these guys out, and he's very heavy-handed. He gets in that pocket and just devastates guys. The ability that this kid has and the power that he can generate at such a small guy, right? Like, you're talking guys that are 150 pounds here, man, and they're throwing blows that are so devastating to these guys that their corner doesn't want these guys to come out after a couple of rounds because they've taken so much damage. This kid is, he's had a rough past, and I'm glad to see him actually bounce back from all that. That's tragic, man. And to have that weight on your shoulders and then be able to come back and, win again in the ring and be dominant the way he was before. And, it's good to see him. And I know we're going to see a lot of things from him. This kid wants a title shot. It's just he needs to fight the names to get that title shot. And they're going to start putting these names in front of him. I do believe we'll see a belt on this kid very, very soon. Definitely, I would love to see him fight Canelo. Um, who wouldn't really? This kid's a bruiser. I love these knockout artists, Graham. You know, I love bringing you these guys. This guy hits so hard, man, he kills people. What can we say, right? And guys are afraid to get in the ring with him. And when you watch the power this kid has coming out of these hands, man, it's incredible. And yeah, he's another kid, man, that's, you know, under 25 years old. He's been listed on that same list that I keep mentioning, that top 25 under 25. Fight fans, Knuckle Up fans, watch his kid, watch his highlights, watch his fights. You know, you can watch a fight against Patrick Day, but, like, you know, let's not be morbid about it. Unfortunately, the kid died. It's bad. You know, I don't know if the ref, maybe he should have stopped it a little sooner after the one shot. Like, in the 10th round, he took this nasty right hook to the side of the ear, and it kind of dazed him. And then he followed it up with a left hook, which just sent this guy to the mat. And, you know, he was out on his feet, head bounced off the mat, eyes rolled back in the head, the kid left in a stretcher. It was very devastating, and it almost ruined this guy. It almost ruined him and his career. But it's good to see that he's bounced back. He did write you can check it out on Twitter. He wrote a letter to the family of Patrick Day and apologized. You know, it wasn't what he wanted, and it hurt him so. And, you know, he's now fighting for the legacy of Patrick Day, who was, you know, the opponent that he killed. And it's, you know, he wants to fight and win that title, you know, in honor of this guy, because this kid was also, Patrick Day was another good up and coming fighter who, you know, had the ability to be a contender and win one of these belts. And, you know, it's a sad thing. It's a tragic thing that happened. I'm glad to see that he's bounced back from it. I'm glad to see that he's got good people in his corner that are putting him on the right path to eventually, you know, get that belt. And I think we'll see it. And, you know, he says it just like I say it, man. That division is turning out to be a very, very deep talent pool, and it's going to be very exciting in the next couple of years to watch these guys, you know, in between 130 to say 165 pounds. The talent pool is huge. These guys are devastating. They've got the heart, they've got the drive, they're getting those fights under their belt that they need. Now we just need to see them start fighting the names, and once they get these names, I think we're gonna see a shift, man. We're gonna see a shift of these young guys starting to really take over, and this is one guy that you need to watch out for. Trust me, Graham. I know you don't know about him. I thought you might have known just because of that death, and we talk about all this. Check it out. Check out the highlights. Check out the fights, fans. You know I only bring you exciting things. Trust me, you're gonna watch it. I watch it all the time. You're gonna love tomorrow too. I got another one for you. If you like what you see, remember, jab that like, hook subscribe, and knock out some comments. Got anything to say there, Graham?
Thank you.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. All right, guys. Again, knock me out some comments. View it, like it, share it. It's Mike Orr at 4. Knuckle up, baby.